Alright, the first duel is going to start. He is going to open up. It is going to be a cheap shot, potentially resisted. He might have went with the ambush this time. Charge, intercept coming down onto Flesh Wallet. The Mortal Strike comes out. He's going to vanish it, but he opens up right away. There's no cheap shot. Once again, it might have got resisted. Perhaps he just got brought out too quickly because he did have the dot on him. He's going to opt for the blind right now, going for the hard reset. Kind of flailing around uselessly, going for that orc, though. Resistance to those stuns. He finds it with the demoralizing roar. The gouge is going to come out, but that's one vanish that doesn't get taken into consideration. He's pops the evasion, but Chem is going to have things like overpower here that is going to help him a little bit. The secondary blind is going to come out. Triple resists. The rogue this is not his day. Popping some of the cooldowns. The gouge is off cooldown now. He utilizes it just to get a combo point. Oh my god. Quad resist comes out. Orc, by the way. And the first duel is going to go to Chemdog. Is this going to be his day? The day that are the RNG gods in his favor with the resists? Will he be able to make it further in the tournament than the first or second rounds? I think that's a possibility here. Chem is a good warrior, so if anyone's going to be able to, he is one of those that will. The second dueling flag is going to come down. Now that one came down to a lot of resists, so the rogue has his work cut out for him here. Is he going to be able to, you know, play around that unfortunate casino? The cheap shot comes out. It is going to connect this time. Chem kind of taking those hits, but he has the sword board on. I think it's a really good strategy. He does get the piercing hell down, so he slows that rogue a little bit. Rogue trying to just dead zone him a little bit while he's getting energy, and then weaves back in trying to dump that energy afterwards. Chem uses that life-giving gem. The exposed armor is on Chemdog, so he's more susceptible to those melees. Intimidating shout comes out, but it's broken instantly with the melees. First blind onto Chemdog, not able to get out of this. The life-giving gem is going to fall off him, putting him down at 70% health or so. Opening back up here, it is going to be a potential other resist as well. The kidney I don't think landed either. Chem at about 50% health here. The second blind is going to come down. There is no dots on Flesh Wallet, so he is able to take this opportunity to bandage himself back up. The evasion is still on him because he did have that preparation. All those cooldowns were reset. No sap. No. Oh, he got pulled out. He gets vanishes again. He opens with a cheap shot. Gets Chem pretty low. This is his game to win right now. The kidney shot comes over afterwards. He didn't overlap them at all. The crippling poison's on him, so Chem is going to be a little bit slower, and he's able to finish him off with the eviscerate, evening it up to a 1 versus 1 right now. Either player can win this one. The next round is going to take it. This is a best of 3, and you always like when it kind of goes to that third round, that 5th round in the semifinals. Oh, he's opening up with the cheap shot, and then he follows it up with just the melees and dumping that energy out, making sure to get the exposed armor so he can kind of get through the thickness of the warrior. The first grenade is going to come out in the series. First blind connects with him. No dots on him, no Garo, no silly things like that, so he is able to blind and reset the fight fully. He opts for the defensive play, just eating and drinking. He opens right back up on him, only getting maybe a tick if even. The gouge comes out onto Chem. Chem at about 60% health right now. Exposed armor still on him. He doesn't have, does he have the fear? Potentially. The grenade is going to connect on him, and then he goes out for the intercept, goes back in. The rogue is going to pop the evasion, using the gouge just to kind of slow things down a little bit and get energy back. Secondary blind comes out, and now there's no dots, there's no deep wounds, there's no rend. So he is able at this time to just bandage back up and do what rogues do best. They kind of reset the flow of combat. It's the same thing the mages can do. The secondary gouge comes out, going into berserker stance, trying to go for the intercept, but there's no time to just yet, and it's on cooldown for another 4 seconds. He opens up with the kidney shot, gets behind him. Chemdog has his work cut out for him. Will we see a life-giving gem? Will we see anything? There's very little he can do. The life-giving gem comes out, but the rogue's in a very comfortable position. He doesn't have vanish just yet. He gets the piercing hell off. The grenade is going to connect. No resist, and the eviscerate's enough to finish him off. Good duel. Unfortunately, at physics, I cannot see talents. I'm going to summon people really quickly. Testing. Drew. Dot summon. Sorry guys, that's that one. Yep. Anybody else need a summon before we get into the next duel? Summon Fofu. Dot summon. Dot summon Fofu. Okay. The next dueling match is going to be between Calvinus and Fabrizio. Calvinus and Fabrizio, if you guys could step forward and show us what you're made of. Covenus and Frizio. We have our first contender. I should announce it in game too in case they're. If he doesn't show in like oh, did I already summon? I didn't. I might not have summoned. Did it work? It's not working for some. Oh, nice! It worked. It worked. Good, good, good. Sorry for the delay on that. Covenus, calling once, calling twice. This might have been a no-show. This might have been one of the ones that was no-show. He wasn't in the group. He signed up and then ended up not wanting to follow through. Here's what we're gonna do. I don't want downtime. Frizio, I'm gonna come back to you in 2-3 minutes. I want Doomy versus Garth. Doomy versus Garthaw. We'll come back to it. We'll come back to that one in a minute to see. The more, you know, the less downtime, the better. All right, this is going to be a Stance versus Doomy here. It is going to be a Rogue versus Shaman matchup. This is one where, you know, Orc's a pretty good option because you are going to be very resistant to these stuns from the Rogue, which is going to be imperative. Now, you're going to be seeing different things from the Rogue, potentially. Maybe he's going to go for the play where he saps the Shaman. Maybe he's going to sap the Shaman and then he'll kill the totems and then open up on him. There's a few ways to do this, but one of the crucial things we'll be seeing in this matchup are things like the poison cleansing totem. Is that going to be put down when the blind comes out? Will he be in range of it? Will the rogue be able to kill that totem before opening up onto the shaman and really actually having to utilize blind? These are things that we're going to be watching for. So, yep. These opponents staring each other down here. They're going to have to throw down the dueling flag one more time. Let's see it. Let's see it. This is going to be round one between these two. The first duel comes down. The rogue does get the opener here, free opener, so you can do anything you'd like to. I'm not going to say what he's going to go straight up. He's not even going to go for the totems. He puts down the cheap shot, just trying to stun lock him. No resist just yet. Flame shot going down onto the rogue right here. They are going to gouge him, trying to get some of that energy back and just burning some time. Nature Swiftness heal comes out, potentially there. Healing himself up. Doomy's getting very low from the shocks, very low from the chain lightning. Holy shit. And the Sapper comes out, and the first round goes to Stance. Oh, here, let me help you out with that smoke. This is that little nook in the corner, where when you find it, you wonder what in the hell is going on here. Well, you just entered OG Jeffery's broadcast late nights with the most entertaining show in all of Azeroth. Let the second round continue. The cheap shot's going to come down. The flame shock will land onto the rogue. Rogue down to about half HP already, not in a very healthy state. He's going to need to take control of this fight. He's going to need to heal himself a little bit back up. But he just goes for the raw offensive play, and I don't know if it's going to be the way to go, because round two will go to Stance, and he will move on to the second round. The next duel, the next matchup will be between Lei and MVC. I repeat, Lei and MVC. All right, it seems as though our contestants are eyeing each other up. Let's kind of, some things we're going to be looking for here. I feel as though the Shadow Priest is at an advantage here versus many a class, the Warrior being no exception to that. And now this is interesting. He's going for the troll play, something I'm sure our boy T Muggsy would be approving of, getting that berserking, just getting these little, you know, he doesn't have the Will of Forsaken, but he does have the berserking. He can get more offensive with his Mind Blast. It might make all the difference when he's trying to heal himself up versus the Warrior, but honestly, I think what we really need to look at here is the fact that the Warrior is going to be at a disadvantage. This is an uphill battle for him, and that's the case for a lot of these. That's the case for a lot of the Warriors matchups. But yeah, the dueling flag comes down. Let's see what ends up happening here. The Warrior is going to have an agility enchant on his two-handed weapon. Something to know. He wants to go for those critical strikes. The Gnome coming in hot, coming in with the Grandmaster Claymore, and making sure he has that agility on there because he wants to go for that extra crit potential. That's very true too. The Shadow Guard might be a good choice versus the melees. It procs those blackout. It has the blackout procs, so that's a very valid point to make as well. You know, every one of those Shadow Guard procs has the potential to drop to you know, proc a blackout proc. When contestants, whenever you're ready, I am ready as well. Do your thing. This is going to be round one of the best of 3 series here between Lee and MVC. Let's see if if one of these contenders has what it takes to make it to the top. I do think it's going to be a Shadow Priest, the Priest favored matchup. He's cycling the Powered Shield. I imagine the duel is going to come down here. The duel is down. Let's see it. It's a showdown. Let's see. It's like a old-fashioned showdown where they're just looking at each other. It's going to be the duel starting. The charge is going to come down. He's popping the life-giving gem almost immediately, getting that extra HP. Tidal Charm coming down to the Warrior. Popping off with the Mind Blast afterwards, just using the Mind Flay. The Blackout proc will connect. Psychic Stream comes out, but he does use Berserk Charge to get out of it immediately, down to about half HP, down to about 1/3 HP, getting very low. The Pummel's already on cooldown. He couldn't even break through the Powered Shield. He charges back in, but it is just such a difficult duel for him. And you got to wonder if that Shadow Guard was one of the things that actually allowed him, or allowed for the Priest to get the stun off on him, because every one of those ticks of damage that he's doing to himself has a chance to proc the Blackout. And I got to tell you guys, Shadow Priest is not one of those things that I see done in these dueling tournaments often. You always see the undead, but I gotta say, I don't disagree with it, especially versus a melee matchup. He charges back in. He's going to utilize the Shadow Protector. So let's see if he can reflect anything of some substance here. The grenade is not going to connect. The Mind Flay is, but even though he's played properly, seemingly so far, he just can't put enough pressure onto the Priest. The Tidal Charm goes down onto the Warrior, getting very low. It's going to be a clean 2-0 victory for our Priest friend. I knew that was going to be hard for our Warrior friend. Good game, good try. They just couldn't put enough pressure down onto them. So the second round is going to go to, it was Lei, Shadow Priest. The next matchup is going to be between Escan and Turf. Turf is one where I've seen him duel many a times, and he'll put on a show for you guys here. I don't know if I've seen our other friend duel or not, but I am eager to. It is going to be a Paladin, reigning all the way from Ironforge City. He has the wisdom on himself. He goes with the Kings. Let's see if he can be wise, regardless of not having the wisdom applied to him. The Mage is going to have their buffs. Right now they're going to go with the Mage armor. I don't know if he's going to go with Mage armor, Frost armor long term. If he's going to switch it up. Now he's going to be more resistant against all that holy damage versus the Paladin potentially with the Mage armor, but he does opt for the Ice armor, throws down the dueling flag. This is going to get started here instantly. The Paladin utilizing this trinket, using his rocket boots, sprinting at the Mage. Turf just trying to get those instant casts off. Does he poly? He does. He's able to poly and kind of reset. Servant still beating on him just a little bit, so there will be a bit of a knockback. He's a Fire Mage, by the way, folks. The full Pyroblast is going to come down. Fire Reflector will come out, and he stops him. The ultimate counter. There's going to be a Cone of Cold, but this Paladin doesn't want to fuck around. He uses Blessing of Freedom to give himself that little bit of extra speed here. Turf getting about halfway. The Blast Wave is going to come down. He's getting very low. Too pressured. He has to Ice Block and hide in the bubble. Paladin utilizing this time to just kind of get himself bandaged up. Turf feeling even more pressured, gets out of the Ice Blocks and tries to stop him, but then he gets repented and the Paladin gets himself in an even more comfortable position. I don't know what Turfy can do. He's going to have to reset this whole thing. It's going to have to be a hard reset. He Ice Blocks again. He needs to think about this for a second. He lets the Fur Block Pouch heal up. he gains his composure, and he comes out stronger than ever. What will he do? Will it be a Frost Nova when the blessing fades? He uses the Tidal Charm. He goes for the Polymorph. The Serpent fades, and he evocates, baby. Give him those juicy resources. The unquenchable thirst that the mages is being quenched right now. And he goes for the secondary Polymorph. The diminishing return is going to start to take effect. He gets the distance. He puts a full Pyroblast down, and I imagine they're going to see a Palm Pyro afterwards, so it's going to be a double Pyro. Let's go, baby. Oh, it's that he goes with the Scorch afterwards. It's going to be Ignite, so it will crit, but there's no impact procs yet. He blinked and then gets caught in the Hodge. Paladin healing himself back up. There's going to be he's running at him. He has the Blessing of Freedom, so he can't get slowed. Grenade is going to connect. Man, reusing his mana shield here. Problem is, though, that his health pool is finite resource, but so is his mana pool right now. Turf just trying to burn some time, trying to let that Blessing of Freedom fade. Oh my goodness, it was miscalculated by just a second, but so close. Oh, the Paladin is in a comfortable total. The grenade is going to come down. The Paladin's going to heal himself back up here. Turf down to about 10%, 20% health, 20% mana. Let's see if our boy can do it. The Repentance comes down. The bandage comes out from the Paladin, playing out of his mind. Just perfect timings here. There's another Frost Nova. It does connect, but the Hammer of Wrath comes down, and the Dwarf takes round one. The dueling flag comes down. This is round two between these two titans. They are going to be resetting right now. He utilizes his servant. Crap, we might need a reset on that. I feel bad that it's almost going to be I wonder if he can double skeleton now, or what'll happen with that too. I don't want him to get it wasted either. All right, the duel's starting. The rocket boots are coming out. Putting those melees down, he does use the Blessing of Freedom, frees himself up. Turf feeling the pressure, preemptively just popping the ice block, trying to burn not only the servant, but also just trying to burn the cooldown on the Blessing of Freedom here. The title is going to come out here. He is going to polymorph the Paladin, instantly getting out of it very quickly there. A secondary polymorph, can he do it? Yep, he does get the second polymorph, so that is going to be a diminishing return though. And he only can face a few of these here. By sheep 4, it doesn't feel much of a sheep at all. The rank 1 Frostbolt's going to come down, but he uses the Blessing of Freedom, and he has a lot of uptime on that, maybe improved for the increased duration on it potentially here. It feels like he's getting a lot of value out of it. Grenade trying to hit Turf. It will connect. Turf feeling the pressure right now. The melees are being put down. Furbog Pouch on Turf as he utilizes the secondary ice block. The servant is going to be taken down. Now the Frost Nova connects, putting the Blast Wave and the Sapper as well. Just everything all at once. The Blessing of Freedom coming out again. Blinks away. Turf getting low. Down to about half HP, only 20% mana. I think that's the more troubling part. At this point, it's going to come down to a reset. Hammer of Justice will connect. I don't think Turf has Blink just yet. And he's going to repent and just put a Hammer of Wrath, and it's good duel. Escanor moves on to the next round. Deathbringer, yep, he's using Deathbringer. It's got a Shadow Bolt proc on it. The next duel is going to be testing Drew versus Soda Pop, and a Druid versus Druid matchup. Honestly, in hindsight, I probably would have switched these two around. I don't. If I can avoid mere matchups, I do. I'll let everybody know in raid that they are next, because they might not be chilling in here. Testing Drew versus Soda next. I should have. Alright, let's see who can take this one. Chance going with the Tauren. Feeling it right at home with the Tauren Druid right now. And then our other Druid friend going Night Elf. Now, I gotta say, I think I might agree with Soda's choice in Tauren having the War Stomp. But, yeah, we'll see who ends up taking the cake here. Alright, duel starting here. Oh, he went with the sleep. Wait, are we gonna, we should, or do we want to, we need to, let's take turns with openers. Do we have a rule versus Druid matchup for... Alright, they're just gonna, I think they're just gonna get into it. They're just getting right into it. The War Stomp's coming down. He's just gonna Wrath afterwards. They're just gonna go ham. I don't know how I want to do Druid. Taking turns getting the opener makes sense. I don't know if I've had Druid versus Druid before. Testing Druid down to about half HP. Soda kind of getting the upper hand here, even though he didn't even get the opener. He goes into the bear form. He gets the bash off. Doesn't last long. Uses the Swift. Testing Druid uses the Swift Bend on himself. He is going to be full resto. Chance going back into kitty form here, trying to pump out some damage. One melee going back in. He's power shifting. He's going kind of for a feral approach. He does have the. He's not the Insect Swarm build. He's not the Moonfire build. I don't think. He's going for more of a feral type build. There's going to be a Tidal Charm going down onto Chance here. The Moonfire is going to come down as well. Chance in a much more comfortable total in terms of mana, but not health just yet. He does get a regrowth off. He gets a rejuve too. He puts the Moonfire, and then he goes back into bear form, and he starts oh no, he's not bear form. His counterpart's the bear form. He's still just running away. He has the bark skin on him as well. Oh, and I confused the HP bars. He is the Insect Swarm build, and the innate Swiftman build is from Testing Druid. Anyway, we're going to keep going with this one. Regrowth's just kind of being spammed on each other as they're just trading melee for melee, trading Moonfire for Moonfire. So Chance, to clarify, Chance is the Insect Swarm Moonfire build here. He puts the Fairy Fire down as well. He does innervate himself and use Furbog Pouch. He is much healthier. He's trying to put a full Starfire down. Will he get juked? I think last second was the juke behind him, putting back on the dots. There's an innervate coming down from Testing Druid as well. So they're going to be much more even in terms of their HP total. Chance putting the grenade down, trying to Wrath. Doesn't get the Wrath. Oh no, goes for the heal instead at the last second there. About half HP, about half mana. Testing Druid going back into kitty form. Chance going back into kitty form, just trading melee for melee here. Now I do think that Torn has the edge with the War Stomp, but I think both of them could still win. But it seems as though Chance is doing a little bit more damage right now. Perhaps further into Feral. I'm not sure if that's the case or not. Shifting out to heal himself back up. The Moonfire goes down onto Testing Druid. Testing Druid utilizing the Swiftman one more time. Is Swiftman going to be what ends up winning him this one? Soda trying to get the regrowth off. He gets the full regrowth off. Oh, the healing touch crit. Going back into bear form, trying to mitigate some of this kitty DPS. Testing Druid trying to play on the defensive, the back foot right now. The bash is on cooldown. I think it's going to get resisted. Testing Druid has the rip, has the rake on him as well. Soda getting very low. War Stomp comes out, and the first round goes to Chance. And there was so much fur on fur action in there, I almost lost track of what Druid was what Druid a couple of times. And I had to like correct myself because Chance to clarify, Chance is the Druid that has Insect Swarm, Moonfire. Testing Drew has Swift Mend. This is a best of 3. Yep, best of 3. "15 seconds before we get this started." Both contenders want to win this one. Both the contenders want to win this one. They want to take home the title. They want to be the Druid that wins this. I'm actually kind of happy we got Druid versus Druid matchup. He's going to open up with the pounce. He puts the rip down the rake down afterwards. Are we going to see a rake? Are we going to see our rip too? What else will we see? No, he just shifts right into cat form and starts pumping out the DPS using that energy. Now his opponent is in the bear form, and you got to wonder what's more potent, you know, the bear form or the cat in that case. And you saw both contestants almost employing both strategies, depending on if they were trying to get more defensive or offensive. Gonna turn down the tunes just a little bit. He's going to stun him with the bash. Chance gets out of it quickly. He puts the Moonfire back down. The Insect Swarm as well. The Challenging Roar has been used by Testing Druid. Maybe that was, I think that was previous duel. It didn't reset on my CD frames. Chance at about half HP. The Swiftman off cooldown from Testing Drew here. That, I think if anything, that could make the difference in this duel. That might give him enough sustain to where he ends up taking the cake here. Chance puts the Moonfire down. The Insect Swarm as well. Fairy Fire too, so the armor of their opponent will be a little bit lower. He's trying to get some melees off. He's trying to get very efficient. He knows that the melee swings actually do a fair bit of damage right now. Chance utilizing the bark skin here, trying to keep himself a little bit healthier in terms of his HP total, and that'll be doing what does just that. Now they're just trading cat for cat here. Is just they're trading damage, dumping the energy. They're testing Druid, trying to flee here, utilizing the Swiftman, puts the rejuve back up on themselves, but Chance is trying to get offensive. The Innervate is on him, the sprint as well. He's ready to play. He says, come and get it. Chance at about 1/4 HP right now. He's going to have to get defensive. The other Druid putting down the Innervate on himself, going back into bear form. Chance getting the War Stomp off, getting the full heal on himself, going for the healing touch, getting for the regrowth rejuvenation instead, going for those heal over times, trying to put the pain on the Druid. Testing, is going to heal himself up, back to full immediately. Chance hitting him with the grenade. It will connect. Both of these players just healing themselves up, back with these rejuvenations, trying to get a little bit healthier. They don't want to get too low and get executed with a grenade in a full cast. The grenade comes out, but the dots are going to instantly break it. No stun here, no time for a full cast. Chance getting offensive with the cat form, opting for the cat form. Testing Druids opting more for the bear form. I don't know which one's more dominant, but it might be telling of who wins. Now let's see what happens here. We got Testing Druid down to about 40% health, taking up with the rejuvenations for a Chance using the Furbog pouch. That may be one of the difference makers as well. And he's not fucking around. He's putting the bleeds. He's like, you got a lot of armor. I'm not going to put bite down. I'm going to put rip down. I'm going to tear through the with bleeds and dots, and I will go on to the next round. Testing Druid, getting very low, 10-20%. Uses the Swiftman, gets more HP back. In execute range if he had one nearly, but it's not quite the case. Chance at 50%, sticking in the cat form, but he's making sure to keep his dots on his opponent. Will we see a power shift here? No, he's kind of fleeing, burning time, getting energy. He's getting low himself. He's going to have to get some resources. Nature's Swiftness heal comes out. He puts the Moonfire down. He knows his melees are powerful, so he's just meleeing. One melee, two melee. Grenade's not going to connect. Bear is going to charge in onto Chance here. Oh, and he has no time to do any full cast. There's going to be another Swiftman from Testing Druid, bopping back into bear form, just trying to claw his opponent down. It seems as though Chance is on the upper foot here, upper leg. The bash comes out. Testing Druid getting very low, trying to reset this. Oh, he's trying to burn time, trying to get mana. He tried to drink, but the Moonfire brings him back in. Chance knows he has the advantage here, and he's going to abuse it. He's not going to let the reset come out. He will not eat and drink himself. He will take you down. Your Testing Druid is at 110 or 10% HP. Oh, he gets the Swiftman up, and they're trading melee for melee right now. Melee for motherfucking melee. Every wand matters. You've heard it from me 100 times, but guess what, folks? Every melee matters. So Chance shifting back into cat form, dumping out the energy onto Testing Drew here. Oh my goodness, Testing Drew just cannot get enough mana to fight this. All he can really do is melee, and Chance will move on to the next round. That was an impressive series, well played on both players' part. Or was it a 1-1? I think Soda won it. That was a 2-1. Yeah. Or 2-0. For all those that were thinking, is Soda just a personality? Can Soda play the game? Yes, he can, and he showcased this multiple times in these tournaments. Coming out of the woodworks, playing on Henhouse. I didn't know either. I didn't get to watch him in his Wrath days. I never got the opportunity. I didn't get to watch him. I didn't watch very much Kata. I didn't watch some of these moments where you would have said were some of his strongest runs in PvP in terms of that expansion. But he's coming out and he's showing you he's a good dueler, and you're going to have to take him seriously when Classic comes out in terms of competitive players. The next duel is going to be between Janako and Tentak. Let's see who can win this one. Another matchup that I really like. This is going to be Hunter versus Mage matchup here. I know for a fact, I've never seen Janako fight, but I know for a fact this Mage is going to give him a run for his money. The duel is going to start. He's going to put the Viper down. He instantly does get that Sheep down very quick. Oh, the Viper's not even down. Oh, there's lag. Pretty bad lag. Puts a full Frostbolt down the Kona Cold Fire Blast afterwards. The Scatter Shot's going to come down. He is going to get ice blocked in that trap, but he blinks out of it and immediately puts the Wing Clip down onto his opponent, but the Mage is in his dead zone, and he is just playing with them right in the dead zone right now. This Hunter has his work cut out for him. The Tidal Charm's going to come out. He's going to blink out of it instantly. Janako getting an execute ranged impact proc will come out. An Arcane Explosion kicks him out. That is going to be round one going to Tentak. That's up to the contestants if they would like to redo that one with the lag. I don't know if it seemed as though the poly was out, and Then the lag started as the poly went out, but it might have started before or after. It's hard to say from my perspective. The duel comes down. He's opening up onto the mage here. There's not going to be time for there's no Viper Sting. I think that's going to be the biggest concern right now. No Viper Sting with this mage is going to use the Mind Quickening Gem. He's going to polymorph the pet. He's going for the pet. He just kills him immediately. Puts a full Frostbolt onto the Hunter right now. The Scatter Shot's going to come down, but there's no Feign Death Trap room because he's too far away. Tentag is in that perfect radius. The Ignite proc comes down. He tries to Feign Death and Trap, but the grenade is going to bring him out of it. Tidal Charm onto the mage here. Is he going to blink? There is not. Is there going to be a Viper Sting? The Concussion Shot comes out. The Viper comes down, but he is in a world of hurt right now. The thing about the Hunter is, you know, at this point, he can reset with things like Scatter Shot, you know, Feign Death Trap, and then eat up and bandage up, but at the end of the day, it's just not going to be enough. Good game to our mage friend. Yeah. Good game to them. Good game to both of you guys here.
Money, power. I open my eyes to see
Shinako, would you say that the lag heavily affected that first duel, mate? I should have brought that up before round 2, but let's do oh, we need to go back. Covenus versus Frizio. Covenus versus Frizio. Covenus, are you back, friend?
the false savior was me. The gospel of doubt does not ask that you stop believing.
Covenus calling once, calling twice. Otherwise, we're gonna default Frizio the winner. I don't think he's here. All right, the next duel, keep the party started. There's one thing about these tournaments that I pride myself in for the most part, and that's I keep the flow going. Nothing can stop me. Not the best tampon in the world. B-Bergs, if you're up next. Flesh Wallet, you're up next. Let's keep this party started. I know B-Bergs has won this one multiple of my tournaments in the past. He's another fellow content creator. There's a couple of content creators in here. This is one of those, if you're looking for a hunter to check out his channel. He's on Twitch, and I'm almost sure it's spelled the same way. The dueling flag's going to go down here. They are starting. Rogue, opening up onto the hunter. We're not seeing flare. We're not seeing anything like that, but the big questions are going to be, what are we going to see from the Rogue? Are we going to see cheap shots? Are we going to see ambushes? Opening back up with the cheap shots onto the Rogue here. The Rogue is going to use a Skull of Impending Doom, so they were thinking Scattershot was coming out. So they're taking so much damage from Skull of Impending Doom. They didn't cancel it. They're in a heap of trouble. Opening back up onto the Hunter. Hunter's VM right now. The Chief, there's going to be a kidney shot this time. Drinking Manatee, trying to blind the pet. Potentially, I thought, no, he wasn't. He's not able to either. I thought I saw the animation go out, but I think it was actually just going to be an Eviscerate, but it's not quite enough. The second duel will commence between B-Bergs and Flesh Wallet. Let's see who takes the cake here. B-Bergs is a tough cookie to crack, though. The cheap shot's going to come down. He's going to shrink it out of it. He puts the Tidal Charm down. He breaks the distance. He puts his pet in, uses the Bestial Wrath. The Tidal Charm coming down onto B-Bergs. The distance is close. B-Bergs utilizing that Furbog pouch. Heal him up a little bit. The kidney shot comes down. Doesn't last very long. Intimidation will slow that Rogue down a little bit. He has the potential to win, but the grenade comes down. He's going to vanish. He opens back up. He doesn't fuck around. He doesn't wait for the Bestial Wrath. He just opens right back up on them. Tries to grenade the pet. It is going to miss. Oh, he almost broke that distance. Can he get a blind off or a gouge? It is going to be good game, and B-Bergs moves on to the next round. B-Bergs like, I've won a couple of these, Jeff. I've been really enjoying getting that tournament prize money from you, and I'm going to continue to do so. This is going to be Frizio versus Garthal. So this will be a Shaman versus Rogue matchup. Let's go ahead and see who wins this one. Gray, one of my pirate friends, representing from Northdale here for his crew. What are we going to see here? The Shaman actually has a Skull Flame Shield on. You don't see that all the time. Is he going to sap? Is he going to try to kill the totems? The poison cleansing totem is there. That makes, our rogue friend, it's hard for him. There he is. He gets a sap off. This is the way to play it, I think. And now he goes for those totems, killing him one by one. There is still a tremor. There is still a windfall. Not a big deal. There's no fear anyway. He doesn't care about that. He vanishes. He opens back up with the cheap shot. He just tries to create this pressure onto the Shaman here. He used with the kidney afterwards. Trinketed out of it. The flame shock is still on Gray. If he vanishes, he'll be in a spot of trouble. He has the Furbog pouch out. Maybe we'll see a heal pretty quickly here. He uses the Furbog pouch, trying to heal himself up a little bit, but that Shaman's putting down so much pressure right now, and round one will go to Stance. So the prize pool is it's not a ton, guys, but $20 for first, $10 for second, $5 for last. Just something to spice it up for the challengers and put some money in the pocket. So much damage coming out from the Shaman here. He is going to sap, killing these totems again, going for the two that matter the most. Poison cleansing killed as well. That matters the most probably, but that's down as well. That's all that matters. Fritzio still has the Furbog pouch on right now. I don't know if he might want to put on if he needs another weapon, but either way, he's probably anticipating the heal, opening up onto the Shaman. The Sheep Shot's going to come down, but there's not a lot of follow-up there. Gray getting low. The Shaman is about halfway as well, but you know he is in a dominant position in terms of mana, and Gray has the dot on him. He's using the Furbog pouch, healing himself back up. Going to re-stealth now. Are we going to see a weapon swap at this moment, trying to get more damage out of the offhand, or will he stick with that? He is going to get the other weapon out right now. The Shaman trying to eat up. Honestly, this is a pretty close duel at the moment, but unfortunately, Gray has probably used more cooldowns, putting the Shaman at the advantage. The Flame Shot goes on to Gray. He is going to Kidney Shot the Shaman, get him down to about half HP. The Fire Nova Totem connects, but doesn't. Unfortunately, the Flame Shock brings Gray out of Vanish right now, and then Nature's Swiftness Chain Lightning is enough to take him down. Round 2 goes to Stance, and he will move on to the next round. The next round is going to be between Lay and Escan. Lay and Escan. And then, yeah, before our Shaman friend could once again remove totems, he'd be doing me a solid. The flag's going to go down here. Once again, this is Lay versus Escanor. Both of these contenders have a chance of winning here. Now, I don't know what strategy the Priest is going to implore. Whether it's going to be something, you know, mana burn or what it's going to be. He is going to just go right in on it. He is going for the potential mana burn. Oh my goodness. He shackled the summoned skeleton temporarily, it seemed. Or something was done, something of the sorts. Now he is going for, it seemed to be the mana burns. I can't see necessarily. I need to get that casting thing back on. There's another add-on I need to implore after this tournament. He's going with the mana burns right now. The Paladin's getting very low as he's just spamming mana burns right now. That is just so rough. If they would have been trading blow for blow and the Paladin had only been using mana for DPS, I don't think this would have been so one-sided. But I think because he utilized the mana, it's not over just yet. He bubbled, but what the fuck can he do? I just don't know what he can do in the Paladin. I think he's that one-handed chance on hit build. I don't know if that's the right way to go versus Priest. I think you have to burst them. Because if you get in this long duel where you're fighting for prolonged periods, he gets the lay on hands. The Priest is too, though. Maybe I'm talking too soon because either player could win this still. Another mana burn coming out from the Priest. He is going to connect with the Paladin. The Paladin, all he has is melees at this point. But I gotta tell you, the Priest is pretty too. So it's gonna come down to who can win with their very basic of most heals. The Grenade is going to connect, meleeing him just a little bit more. It is going to be a Skullforged Brand Leech, giving the Paladin just a little bit more health. It looked like it might have been a stun proc from the Priest for that brief moment. And he's going with the rank 1 heal just to get himself a little bit more comfortable here. He has absolutely no mana. The Psychic Stream comes out, but it's going to get resisted here. He puts the wand down. Every wand matters. Every wand matters. And you can even do something wand melee if you want to get real ambitious and try to get your timings down. But the Paladin is getting... He's letting that mana really tick up. And you guys got to remember, he has Wisdom. The Priest doesn't have mana regen like he has. Now that this duel's to the point where it is, and the Priest did not burst him down fast enough, and he bubbled at the last possible second, that he is actually gaining some level of advantage. And he's closing the distance. Once again, those procs are coming out. There's going to be a fear. The Priest heals up right now, and he gets a couple more ticks of mana. There is going to be the Paladin just kind of getting those mana ticks as well. And when you're trading mana for mana tick, I think the Paladin's winning. But he got enough to get more mana than him. The Rocket Boots are going to backfire. RNG knocks, and she calls, and she sometimes can be a bitch. It's going to be a Mind Flay that comes down, and it's not going to get the full duration on it. And that's one of those things where you need to get full duration. It's mana costly, but I don't know if it's going to matter. The full fear comes down, and then he just he's fleeing towards the contestants. Title Charm coming down in round 1, going to Lay. Keep in mind these cooldowns don't reset for with my CD or my Oh, can I do that actually? Do that. Okay. All right. The next duel is going to come down. Who will win? He is going to power himself back up, start eating. I'd imagine it's going to start pretty quickly here. And here it comes. Both getting the servants out right now, going for the mana build. Oh my goodness, he does use Shadow Reflector this time. Shackle Undead comes out onto the Summon Skeleton from the Priest. Let's talk about 200 IQ plays. The Full Fear comes out. He's not going to be able to get out of it. He's starting to get mana burnt right now. Both of them are using their servants right now. He's making sure he used his servant when it was closer towards the Priest, so it more likely triggered or hit the Priest. So that servant will just kind of help him try to beat away that powered shield right now, and he can get through so he can actually knock back some spells. The grenade comes out. It's not going to connect. And was that a Repentance perhaps on the wrong target? I'm not sure. Shackle Undead coming out once again, but the Paladin on the back foot in terms of mana, and that's natural. That's what we saw last time. But the Blackout proc will connect. He gets out of it pretty quickly. He's trying to heal himself back up, and that's not even the Blackout proc. That's the Skullforged brand, which is the same exact icon, and he was sitting still. Tries to Mind Flay once again. We're not seeing a lot of the spells. He cycles the Power Word Shield. He goes for the minion. He just wants to kill the skeleton. Going back to the Paladin, trying to get the full value out of Mind Flay. I think he got pretty much the full cycle right there. He's trying to mana burn, If he can fear again, the Paladin's in a rough spot. The Paladin still has a couple of cooldowns. You can see the Paladin's trying to using things like Seal of Wisdom to get himself in more comfortable spots where the mana is concerned. He bubbles. He bandages. If the priest might return the bandage? No, they're trying to get away to get food and water. Paladin making sure they don't. Putting the judgment down. Oh my goodness, the Furbog pouch comes down. The wand comes down to the priest. He's probably going to dot him back up. The priest is going to go ahead and use the inner focus, and then the silence comes down. And it's going to silence the Paladin, but they don't have a hell of a lot of mana to use anyway, so it's not going to affect him that much. He had already used a reflection earlier, so he's not going to be able to reflect anything. You know, you saw off the bat, and he even if he got a mana burn, that can make all the difference. Both these players very low right now, but the Paladin still has the wisdom on himself. He has the Seal of Wisdom as well, so he's getting a lot more mana back. And then there's the secondary trinket being utilized from the priest. They didn't all in right away. They saved it for the end. So once again, he has more summons, and he just wants to try to knock back some of this healing. The Lay on Hands comes out from the Paladin. The priest is getting low, but he's not out of the game yet. All it takes is a really good fear, and then an eat up and a drink up, and then he's in a better spot. The judgment comes down. He throws a grenade. Grenade will be resisted, or it will miss. It looked resisted. Power Shield is going to get cycled on himself, or that might have been no, he couldn't have MQG'd. The Sapper comes down from the Paladin. He's trying to finish him off. He probably has enough for Hammer of Wrath. Nearly. Will we see it? Getting very close in the second round. Goes to the Paladin, tying it up 1-1. Hey, pile of tanks. Once again, thank you guys for joining me tonight. I know the interaction isn't at an all-time high, but I hope you're enjoying the show. I'm just going to stay in my element, in my rhythm, and I'm going to try to give you guys the best possible time. So tuck in, grab yourself a drink, get yourself a snack, because the action's just getting started for tonight. Let's do this, baby. This is going to be the secondary matchup versus these two here, and I got to tell you, I'm actually enjoying it. I actually am enjoying it. I thought for sure it was going to be completely one-sided with the mana burns, that the Paladin's proving me wrong, and he's making these a lot closer than I thought they were going to be. So let's see who this is. Or let's see who moves on to the next round here. The dual flag goes down. The priest seats up. They want that full mana. They need every little bit in order to finish this Paladin off, and vice versa. The Paladin opting to start with the Seal of Righteous, and he's going to the Seal of Wisdom as time goes on. The Seal of Wisdom, or the Blessing of Wisdom is going to... Oh, he said, wait, oh no! Oh no, here's what has to happen. You're going to have to duel again. You're going to have to kill the skeleton. And then you're going to have to duel again and reset. So he has skeleton again. Just so both of you guys are on the same playing field where skeletons are concerned. Sexy sends his regards right back at him. I miss you guys. Won't be the same without you on the NA servers. I hope you guys make a tune there. I know I'll make one on Europe eventually. Somewhere in Europe eventually. Okay, now they are going to get a reset. I definitely will, Pylo. I'll be reaching out to you guys. It might be, after 5-6 months, but that's, you know how Jeff's got to play. You got to plant my mages everywhere. All right, the dueling flag is going to come down here. Got to be everywhere. I anticipate I'll make more friends on NA as well that want to kill me. The duel is going to start. The first mana bird comes down. The servants are being summoned right now. He's trying to break through the power word shield. Is he able to do it? He is. But what is he doing now? He's mana burning. It doesn't seem as though he even has to face him like some spells. It's just kind of going off, kind of like a polymorph. And now he puts the fear down and he starts spamming it. He uses the Shackle Undead because he doesn't like all the knockback that he's receiving, but it gets out the Paladin dispels the Shackle! The Mad Lad! Power Shield is going to be cycled, the Mana Burns are coming out, the Blackout proc is going to connect. But now, you gotta keep in mind that if you see this debuff every once in a while, it means the Paladin is slowly getting some level of life from the Priest. Priest getting very low, utilizing the Furbog Pouch, utilizing the Berserking! So he is able to cast just a little bit faster here. So both players evened up there. Here's the thing, though, folks. That Paladin still has Lay on Hands. What in the hell of it? What in the... I need to see their gear. Somebody just got frozen. I think somebody's using a freezing band right now. Or something like that. Both players in a pretty even position, but unfortunately... the Lay on Hands is still there for the Paladin right now. The fear comes down. He is going to bandage himself back up to full. Or not to full, well, pretty near full, it seems. About 80-90% at the very least. The Paladin just kind of fleeing away right now while the fear is on him. Now he's trying to eat and drink, and he gets enough ticks to where he's about tied with the Paladin. The Paladin does use the Rocket Boots, but unfortunately the Rocket Boots could backfire. They did not backfire, so that should be fortunately, if anything. You've seen it once this tournament, but that's about it. I think it's a greater odd that it's going to be successful, but I don't know the exact percentages on the fail chance. The secondary fear comes out. It's going to be resisted. They're just going to wand. Are we going to see a melee? We're not seeing many melees, but we are seeing wands. The Handed Justice comes down, and the Paladin just keeps throwing down the pain from behind here. Using the Judgments, using the melees, using the skull, even the Skull Flame Shield. It might help versus maybe the Servants. And the Servants might almost proc that so he pulses some level of fire damage. He does use that inner focus there, getting himself a nice chunky heal. The Paladin still has Lay on Hands, and let's be real, he's going to have to probably use it at this point just because these minions are beating him down. The Priest is beating him down with the wands, and he's not really getting out dots. And he's not doing dots because he knows there's a good chance the Paladin might end up dispelling it. Shadow Word Pain is so strong. That fear was perfect. Perfect RNG, moving him in a very backwards position. The grenade is going to resist as well. Paladin trying to close the distance. He gets the mana back. He gets mana burn. Oh my goodness, the Priest is in a comfortable position. The Mind Flay is going to come down. It's going to be about a half cast. He brings out another one. He's trying to get offensive. He wants to make the Paladin lay on hands here. There's a secondary fear. He's playing the game of attrition. He wants health. He wants mana. He wants one tick of it. Paladin bubbling once again. Was that such a long duel? He was able to bubble again, or he might not have done it just yet, because that would have been the bubble CD from the previous duel that was actually reset. Mind Flay comes down, getting very low. Lay on Hands connects. Both players at a very even total right now. Either one of them could win this. I'd like to say the Priest generally maybe has the advantage in this case, but I'm not sure because these duels are actually so even the way they're being played right now. Priest fearing once again, able to eat up once again, fearing him to Guantanamo Bay. Oh, the Paladin just decides to start eating and drinking himself way in the backhand corner of the arena. He's like, you know what? If I close the distance here, you're going to get so much fucking mana. I can't deal with it. But he started getting nervous, and he's like, oh my goodness, he threw the grenade. It hit again. Why? 3 times in a row resisted. Oh, Lord. Oh, the Troll taking notes from their orc counterparts in their home village where they start, trying to figure out the way of the orc and successfully channeling his inner orc here tonight. The Paladin at about half HP. He has no more mana left, but he's just trying to thwonk, just trying to chop away at his opponent, but not enough slap chop. Not enough slap chop this time. I think this is going to go in the Priest's favor, and I'm going to tell you what I think it came down to. I think it's not over yet. I shouldn't talk like it's over just yet because he's going to heal himself back up, but it is looking very difficult for the Paladin to come back, and the Priest is going to take him out after some very long duels. He will take this one home. Lay, moving on to the next round, takes this 2-1. Whew. Sometimes you just gotta catch a breath. Miz says, "Can I get some?" Miz, whisper me in game if you haven't. Oh, here we go. Summon. The next duel is going to be between Soda Poppin' and Tentac. Let's see which one of these Titans is going to take it. Either one stands a very good chance. Poga, did I not get you in here? Were you signed up as Covenus? Covenus? Poga, I swear, there's a good chance we'll do another, and I'll get you in 100%. I don't know how that didn't happen, but I apologize, mate. I can't just, there's nowhere to squeeze you in here. You know what I mean? We're already at the semifinals. You can start an account there. I'll sign you up next time, mate. 100%. Or you can sign yourself up if you want to make sure in case I make a mistake. But we'll get you in the next one, 100%. Sorry if there was confusion. There's so much chaos going on. We're trying to get everybody in that, yeah. Let's see who wins here. I'm OG Jeffo. In game. All right, let's see who wins this one. Chance looking for the opener here. Gonna just go with the pounce right now. Our friend going with the Mark of the Dragonlord, getting that little extra bit of mana, putting the Conical down onto Soda. Soda summoned the servants here. It just seems as though the Mage might just Arcane Explode to try to kill him. No, they're going for the fire damage while they have the MQG rocking. They want to get out as much fire damage as possible. They're going for the fire spec, fire vulnerability, an all-time high. You know, he does get caught in the Nova, but he shifts out into Cheetah form as soon as he can. He's not caught by the Shatter Crit combo. Swiftman is going to just get off cooldown, so he can heal himself up if he wants. The War Stop's going to come out. The Ice Block's going to get him out of it. Full regrowth, rejuvenation come down onto Soda here. So much pressure, though. Another Swiftman, another Innervate, trying to just outlast the Mage's burst potential right now, and it was so close. So close. But the first round is going to go to Tentak. If he could have just lived a little longer, sustained himself a little bit longer, I think he could have had it. But and then the Mage would have got in a position where they had to get defensive themselves if they got low on mana. But he was just a little off. Mage had about 10-20% mana, so he couldn't survive quite long enough. This is going to be keep in mind, this is a best of 3 as well. This is not the semifinals just yet. They'll move on to the semifinals. So this will be round 2 between these two candidates. Who will win? It's a good matchup too. There was just so much pressure from the Mage. And I think that's what you have to do. You have to burst them down. You need things like Ignite. Sometimes even Palm Pyro is viable versus the Druids, because you need to burst them down, because otherwise they will outlast you. Oh, okay, opening up with the pounds, putting down the rake down afterwards. He's going to get a crit, so the Ignite proc is going to start. The Impact proc too. Soda trying to use the Bark Skin, trying to Moonfire. Now he's getting out of range of the MQG. Mage blinking at him, but they have plenty of room to run right here. They're right in the middle of the dueling flag. The grenade is going to come down. It is going to connect onto Soda. He pops the Bark Skin. He uses the bear form. He charges back in, going to just chop out and pop out immediately and try to just heal himself back up. Both players at a very similar health pool mana total. And as I say that, the burst comes down. And the Priest moves on to the next round. I can't thank our boy enough for coming out and showing what he has. Always puts on a show. But this will go to our Mage friend who's frequented appearances as well. And neither of these candidates disappoints. The Mage was playing that properly. I think you got to do something with Fire, something with Ignite, something with Impact, and it seems as though he went Deep Frost and then into Fire, and I think that's a good way to do it. And I've seen a lot of Mages go as far as trying to go full Fire, and I think that works really well too with the Palm Pyro. This next match is a best of 5 between Bberg and Gerthaw. Dueling Flag's going to go down, putting those totems down. Which one's he opting for? Things like the Tremor, Wind Wall, the Poison Cleansing. The Poison Cleansing is very important. He needs to try to avoid as much of that Viper Sting as possible. No time to take a drink of water. These contestants are ready to go. Bberg uses the Scatter Shot. Just tries to break the distance. He knows with those servants he doesn't have a chance of getting the freeze off. It's not very likely. Now he brings the pain down, uses the rapid fire. Nature Swiftness and Healing Touch will bring them back. Our Healing Wave will bring the Shaman back up right now. Wing Clip comes down, slowing him down just a little bit. B-Bergs gets the quick shot. Gets the quick shot proc. Absolutely massive. He's thanking the gods for that one as well. Extra attack speed is absolutely big. It's nearly a free, it's just like a free cooldown. It's like nearly a free rapid fire. But this is hardly over just yet. A proc's not going to win the whole game, at least not in this case. And then the title was going to miss, I think. The scatter shot comes down. He's using the Furbog pouch. The grenade is going to resist. Oh my goodness, but he does the Feign Death trap off. He was just trying to get the 200 IQ play of getting the grenade down before he trapped for the free damage, because he knew that his autos were going to be enough to take it home. So the first round will go to B-Berg, a very precise hunter. The Shaman has their work cut out for them here. Going with, you know, one of those where he opted for a marksman approach with scatter shot versus the BM. Dueling flag is going to go down. Going into Ghost Wolf form here for the starter. Let's see how these players start up. Will we see a Frost Shock, a Flame Shock? He's trying to gap close. He puts the Frost Shock down. B-Berg just trying to put the pain down. The Skull Impending Doom is going to come out from the Shaman, so there's not going to be anything they can do in terms of the trap. But I don't think he was going to trap him like that anyway. I think the Shaman largely lost a lot of life off that. The Skull of Impending Doom, and he's taking advantage of it. It is going to be B-Berg with the burst coming from downtown. Good duel. And he recognized there were servants. Yep, best of five, best of five. This could be it. You could have a reverse sweep. Anything could happen. B-Berg recognizing he's probably not getting the actual ice block off. He's going for the slow trap just to slow all of the servants. Slow the Shaman guaranteed. The Skull of Impending Doom is going off, and it was for naught. This is going to start as well. The Frost Shot goes down onto the Hunter. Wait, what just happened? What just happened? Wait, reduel. Did I press something? Slash star. Wait, timeout, guys. Is he invis? Did I? It wasn't me. I don't have a hotkey though, so I don't know how that's possible because my bar is invisible. I actually don't know how that's possible that I had accidentally misclicked it, but I'll take credit because that bind isn't even on a hotkey. But I'm the only one that has the power to do it. It had to have been me. Sorry guys, I hope that wasn't in anyone's favor. They felt too strongly. This is going to be the third duel here. This could be the determining factor. The duel flag goes down. It seems as though they fell on the ground. It's right away Skull of Impending Doom. They think they're going to get scatter-shotted, but now they're going to take a little bit of extra damage as a result, but they are sprinting at the Hunter as a result, so yeah, they're burning a little health, little mana, but they're able to actually close the distance. The scatter shot comes down now, but he just puts the slowing trap down, slow everything around him here, trying to just break away, break the distance. The Furbog pouch just getting over. The Shaman could still win this one. Stance at an uncomfortable health total, especially when he's getting stunned from this grenade, and another multi-auto comes out, and it's enough to finish him off, and he will go on to the finals. And Stance will be competing for that third place matchup, so he's not done just yet. He can still take home a little something. But this is going, as far as this series goes, B-Berg will go on to the finals. This next duel is going to be between Lay and Tentak, and this will determine who goes on to the finals and who plays in the loser's bracket. So if we could get these two contestants up here, that would be great. Sitting up straight. Let's do this. The Ice Barrier is going to get refreshed. They're giving himself these buffs. Good players here. Either one could win this. I think Shadow Priests may have some level of advantage with their dispel, or their dispels and their just being able to get rid of Ice Barrier, and it's just one of those where it might make it hard for the Mage, but it's hardly an impossible duo for the Mage. They can certainly do it. They have a lot of burst potential, and he is a fire spec, or fire frost spec, and those ignites and those impacts could make all of the difference in this matchup. The Priest Probably, there it is. The power shield is going to come down. I was kind of waiting for it in anticipation here. The flag is down. They're kind of staring at each other like a showdown. I'm sure that both players have some level of nerves, but maybe not, though. There's going to be an MQG coming down. He frost bolts. He's breaking through the power shield, folks. He breaks through it. So you polymorph. Polymorph, frostbolt, polymorph again, and then you put out your burst. And he does just that. The Palm Pyro is going to come down. The grenade is going to go afterwards. The Furbog Pouch is going to heal up the mage a little bit more. He has the MQG popping away, healing him up just a little bit. The priest is trying to close the distance. He doesn't want to have. He'd rather be in range. You know, he'd rather be in that. Oh my goodness, the blackout proc is going to come out. He's going to ice block it, try to mitigate some of that damage. The dots are going to fall off. The full polymorph is going to come down, so he will be able to reset. The mage. Are they going to go? What are they going to go for? The frostbolt? All right, the full frostbolt comes out. Are we going to see repoly? No, he breaks through the shield, so he will not go for the repoly. It's on a low DR too. Silence is going to come down. Second ice block will happen. Some polymorph comes out one more time. He is going to evocate it this time. He knows the priest is in a very uncomfortable total of mana. And now he's going to go ahead and just repoly, bandage himself back up, but the Shadow War Pain is still on him. Oh no! Frostbolt, Fire Blast. Are we going to see the Cone of Cold? The Frost Nova will come down. There's going to be a fear. Does he have Will of Forsaken? He gets out of it quite quickly. The first duel going to Lei. This is a best of 5, so it's hardly over. Getting a reset here, I think. Mage opting for the Mark of the Dragon Lord. Absorbing that little bit of extra damage. It's good. It's taking the place of a stat stick. It's good, though. It is going to be a full polymorph coming down. The MQG is still ticking. He's trying to just break through it. So this is what you do. You polymorph. You put a frostbolt. You polymorph again, and then you burst down the mage, or down the priest. And now he is going to get that cycled one more time. But the mage is going to kill the servants in one swift motion and burn an ice block, burn that mind blast that would have hit him. Impact proc is going to come down. The Furbog Pouch heals up the mage just a little bit right now. He is going to use the Frost Nova. Can he get the Shatter Crit combo? I don't know if that Conical connected or not. I think it did. Where they face isn't always where they go. Now he does have he's starting to build up the Fire Invulnerability. 2 Ignite procs are kind of going to be hurting them a little bit. A secondary impact will come down. This is a very quick bursty duel. You're not seeing as many resets. The grenade will not connect. Is that going to make the difference? It does. The second round goes to Lei. Oh, it resisted. Best of 3, mate. Lei, you got one more, mate. Yep. It's our mage friend could still reverse it. It's possible. He did win 2, Rook. This will be a best of 5 for the semifinals. Yep. Dueling flag goes down. Starts with the polymorph right away. Tries to break through the power shield. Same thing. Yep, just breaking through. Cone of Cold takes all the servants down in one fluid motion. Repolymorphing, so that's diminishing return 2. Going for the purely burst combination there. Fireball. Power shield is cycled there. There's the fear. Instantly getting out of it. There's a Tidal Charm coming out. Going to ice block it. Furbog Pouch healing up the mage again. And then the priest returns it. Pops up Berserking for the extra attack speed. The blackout proc. The silence. The pain. All the mage can do is just melee. And the sapper's enough from the priest to finish him off. And the priest will go on to the finals. And the mage will compete for 3rd place here. Let's go ahead and just pop in these numbers. Alright, the next duel is going to be... Let's do loser's bracket, you guys. If we could get Gareth and Tentak in the arena, we'll do a best of... this will be a best of 5-2 for 3rd place. Do we have our Shaman? Oh, we do. Summon, stance. There we go. Using a respec real quick. You can do it between duels anytime. I will note too, priests as powerful as they are, I don't know if we've seen but maybe one win these tournaments, and I try to do these fairly often. I don't even know how many tournaments I've hosted at this point. I'd say of the upwards of 30 to 40 at this point. Well, 20 to 30 at least. But I don't know how many from there. Maybe more. Hey Ben, don't worry, we're not done. The night's young. Your boy Jeff's just getting up, so until my shoutcasting starts to get too Papega and there's no contestants, until then I'm going to keep going. I've got a really funky schedule right now. My shoutcasting is only half Papega right now. Alright, and this is going to be a secondary, or just this is going to be the first duel between these two. I think it's actually, is it the first Shaman Mage matchup we've seen? I think there was one other one as well. Someone had said they really like the music. Here's the list. That was a little while ago. Alright, here we go. The duel has started. The Shaman using Skull of Impending Doom. No cancellation, though, so they are just trying to mitigate the potential for a polymorph, but the rank 1 Frostbolt comes down. He is there. The polymorph comes down to the last second of Skull of Impending Doom, so all that really happened here was, you know, a little some mana burnt, but I liked it, you know, that you got to try to time it, and he did just that. I like seeing those things being utilized. Now, the Mage had perfect refrain from using it until it fell off, so it just burned a little health. The grenade is going to come down. It didn't look like it connected, but did. This is going to be one where he ice blocks, cold snaps, Kona colds, and does this all this instant burst damage. Not a lot of cast right now, and that's typical for a Bog Pouch coming out from the Mage. This isn't over yet. The Shaman healing himself back up. Rank. Oh, the Frostbolt's going to get reflected right back to the Mage. Is that the play of the game? The Chain Lightning is going to get ice blocked. That's the last ice block. He's already cold snapped. The healing wave comes out. Gets the Shaman a little bit more comfortable. The Mage going to try to poly. He gets the poly off. This is what he needed. Blinking away. Bandaging himself back up. The Shaman, not a lot of mana regen happening right now. Down to about 800 HP. Here he's going to rebuff himself up with Mage Armor minimally. Full Frostbolt and then a Scorch. Doesn't want to get interrupted if he can avoid it. Is there Earth Shock going to come down? The Grenade's going to connect. The full Frostbolt comes down. The Fire Blast does afterwards. The Frost Nova is going to connect, but it resists. The Fire Blast was going to eat the totem. I'm not sure if it was a rank 1 or a max rank. That could make all the difference as well. Full Frostbolt comes down. Fire Blast isn't enough. The first round goes to the Shaman. Oh, Windfall. They'll lose that when the duel starts. I can put them in a separate group. Full Frostbolt comes down. Will he get the poly? He does, because Frost Shot came down. It was already CD'd. He gets out of it with the Skull of Impending Doom. The minions have died. The servants have died. The grenade comes down. Fire Blast taking down the totem. The Chain Lightning comes down, but it is ice blocked. Nature Swiftness Healing Wave will heal himself back up to full. The Mage is going to just go ahead and use Mind Quickening Gem and Fergbog Pouch, get him in a more comfortable position. The Shaman at about 130 HP. The Mage in a very dominant position this duel. That was clean, that was concise, that was fast. Round 2 is going to go to GXD mode XYZ. 1-1. You guys, in future tournaments, I'm going to try my best to have the bracket shown on the screen as well in place of my chat log. I'm going to work on that for next Friday night fights. I'm going to take probably Wednesday. I'm going to take Thursday off and most likely and prepare for it. The full Frostbolt coming down. The Forest Flexor is going to come down. Will it, you know, reflect anything meaningful? Not really. The grenade is going to get resisted as well. The Chain Lightning comes out, but it's going to get ice blocked here. Utilizing the Furbolg Pouch real quick. He does get that off. The grenade connects onto the Mage, but it doesn't stop him from that. Mage just kind of trying to rank 1 Frostbolt these totems down. Going back to the Shaman now. Pretty comfortable total. Sheep comes out once again. Full Frostbolt. Scorch is going to kill the totem. Scout counterspells and puts the big Frostbolt down. Kona Cold as well. Earthshock, a fake cast is going to take place here. He gets the poly off. He's just resetting. He's going to try to evocate here. Get full mana. Ooh, the Shaman's resetting too. Both these players getting full mana. Just drinking up completely. They were like, you know what? If you here's the thing, folks. The Shaman is going to be less pressured when it comes to cooldowns. All they really have is Nature Swiftness. If they have that, and this Shaman does. See, he's Ellie Resto. The Kona Cold coming down. Ice Barrier being refreshed. It's probably going to get purged off. The Frost Nova comes down. The Grenades does afterwards. The Scorch is going to connect. And the Earthshock crits! And it'll take him down. Round 2 going to stance. Or the second round going to stance. It is going to be a 2-1 right now. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's 2-1 though. In the Shaman's favor. They are going to reset this one. Let's turn up that music a little. Alright, here we go. Using those instant casts on the Shaman here. Using the Arcane Explosion just to kind of... Oh my goodness, Frost Nova Grenade comes down. The full Frostbolt will connect. Counterspelling after trying to just burst him down in one fluid motion. Nature Swiftness Healing Wave comes back. He's going to use the Grounding Totem. Instantly, the Mage feels too pressured. He has to Ice Block. He's going to just go ahead and Cold Snap. Start putting down those Frost spells again. The Mage trying to break the distance. There is going to be the Polymorph coming out here. The Furbolg Pouch healing himself back up, coupled with the first aid as well. And note that I think he killed the Searing Totem on the way as well with something. I didn't see what it was that happened very quickly. Now he's going back to the Shaman, repolymorphing just that one more time there, making sure to get the evocation out too. He's like, all right, I have half of the Shaman's mana pool. Maybe I got this. You know, this could happen. This could happen. Full Frostbolt coming down and just resets it. Purge comes off on the Ice Barrier, just breaking through straight through it. Rank 1 Frostbolt taking down the totem, and then he uses it again to slow him down. And he's leery of full Frostbolting because the Frost Reflector comes out. I love the play and counterplay with that trinket. I gotta say, and it can make all the difference in some of these duels. Just kind of slowing the Shaman down with the rank 1 Frostbolts. He's at, oh my goodness, he gets the Polymorph off, and the Diminishing Return has, it's no longer. So it's going to be a full Polymorph. So at this time, he is going to just kind of utilize some resources here. He's going to utilize some time to get some resources back, eat and drink, something the Mage is famous for. Resetting. Sometimes you love it, sometimes you don't, but this is going to, it's going to happen. Instantly, Totem's taken down by the Fire Blast. I think it was rank 1. It is going to be a grenade connecting from downtown, allowing him to get the full cast of Frostbolts off and then go into those instant casts afterwards to get very aggressive. He puts the silence down. The title gets resisted. One more Arcane Explosion. Round 2 going to Moat, making it 2-2. Holy shit. Both players playing very well right now. The next one goes on to the next... Or the next one takes 3rd place. Takes the big 5-0 Buckaroonies. Is Mo streaming? He might be in the chat. I don't think he is. I could be wrong though. I know a couple people have been content creators in this tournament tonight, and I always try to shout them out whenever they duel. And if I don't, I always love when people do. But I don't think he is. Once again, apologies for that. I'm not registering. I'm not interactive with chat. I'm not reading off follows and such. I'm just trying to keep this production as professional as possible, and we're just going to keep moving forward. But I'm going to talk to you guys after the tournament's over, and I appreciate you guys hanging out very much. The next duel is going to get started. The the Kona Cold is going to come down, and Arcane Explosion kills all the servants. He does utilize that Furbog Potion. Notice the Mage health goes up as the Shaman's goes down from the Skull of Impending Doom. It's hardly over, though. He uses Nature's Swiftness, and he heals himself back up with the Healing Wave. The full Chain Lightning coming down, landing onto the Sheep. They are going to get the Polymorph off, and the name of the game is Reset, and the Mages they're the best at it. Rogues, Mages, you name it. They're going to reset this shit, and they're going to just get their health back, and they're going to take you down from full, and any cooldowns you might have used before are mitigated, are irrelevant. You know, they're gone. And it seems as though both players are just going to go for the hard reset here. I don't know who this benefits more, and maybe that's why we're seeing it happen from both sides, from either side of the field here. It's just one of those things that you're going to feel better about where you're at. And I don't know that the Mage really hasn't used cooldowns besides the Furball Medicine Pouch. There's not, and I think maybe MQG. Here we go. It resets. He gets the poly off because notice how when the Frost Shock is up, when you see a Frost Shock up, is it a classic an interrupt? Or you know you're safe to cast versus the Shaman. I'm going to get right into it. I want to go more into detail on that, but the rain is going to come down. The full Frostbolt will connect. He silences him and then just puts the pain down. Notice how he's getting the Shaman in a very vulnerable position in terms of where their HP is at, to 1/3 to 1/4 HP, and then they silence, and then they push for the burst. I love it. 3rd place will be my buddy that helped me get this thing together going tonight. Actually, I want to give a big thanks to Tentac. Big thanks to Tentac, who's GX in-game GXD mode XYZ. I didn't even plan to do a tournament tonight. He came into the chat and said, Jeff, we're doing a Henhouse thing. Let's go. I'll help you recruit. Next thing you know, we had 10, 15 players ready to go. Without him, it wouldn't happen tonight. So big thanks to him. Big thanks to him. Let's go to the next bracket here. He's going to win that 3rd place. Then the finals is going to be between B. Berg and Lay. Oh, sounds good, gods. We'll pass it on to round with the 1st place winner then. We'll just give it. It'll be that little extra love for them. Thanks for getting this going, mate. Yep, yeah, you guys, a fellow content creator, amazing Mage, going to be able to teach you things that I won't be able to. Check out his YouTube. You'll definitely pick up on some things that you wouldn't have otherwise. This next matchup's going to be between B. Berg and, let me refocus here, Lay. This is a best of 5. Scatter shot coming down immediately, putting the trap down afterwards. Oh, but he gets out of it. I think, was it the pet that hit him out of the scatter shot? Was it a melee? I'm not sure what it was. I didn't catch that, but he got out of it very quickly. Tidal Charm coming out on the Mage. That Shadow Word Pain was cycled onto the Hunter. He does cycle in that Viper, and he just cheetahs the fuck away. Now, he needs to watch out to not flee from the duel. He's going to try to intimidate. No, that was just Furious Hell, not intimidation. There it is. There's the intimidation that I thought I saw coming. Tidal Charm coming down onto the Hunter, trying to dead zone the Hunter. Psychic Stream is going to connect. Does he have anything to get out of it? No, this is going to be a full Mind Blast hitting as a result. Utilizing the Furbolg pouch, he got brought into combat. He couldn't feign Death Trap. The first round goes to Lei. And I'll note, guys, this would probably be one of the first or second time we've ever seen a Priest win. So they are so powerful, but I'm surprised we haven't seen him as victor in a lot of these tournaments. We've seen a lot of... What have we seen? A lot of rogues, mages, some warlocks. Less warlocks than you'd think, but I think there's been less warlocks representative in these tournaments that I host as well for whatever reason. It might have been a resist, Epsilon, yeah. The concussion shot comes down. He is going to stun the Priest briefly. Oh, the Priest using Skull of Impending Doom. Look at his mana getting fucked. Just absolutely obliterated by Skull and Viper. That might be the ticket to this, is just ooming him. Oh, my, the title comes down. The reverse title onto Bberg. He trinkets out of it. He tries to put the Wing Clip down, and he does put the Viper down as well. Then, as it fades off when he zooms, he does get the Feign Death and Trap off. The perfect timing. Whether intentional or not, as soon as that Priest got the last tick of mana removed from them, Bbergs was able to Feign Death and Trap, and the Viper Sting faded, so it didn't disrupt the ice block at all. So now the Priest getting a little bit low here, gets the Shadow Word Pain back onto Bberg. Bberg hitting the rapid fire. The grenade is going to connect, trying to break the distance here. One auto shot. Oh my god, the Mind Blast is enough to finish him off. The second round goes to Lei. Bberg played it so well, and he almost made that a 1-to-1 scenario, but Lei is going to be taking the second round here, making it 2-0, one more in his favor, and he is going to be the champion of tonight's duels. But I have faith. Bberg's won multiple of these before. He's a great hunter. He knows what he needs to do to win. Will he be able to do it? Will the variables be in his favor? Will there be resists? Only time will tell, but I know he has the potential. Instantly, the Skull of Impending Doom popping out from the Priest as they just break the distance here. I haven't seen Priest get this aggressive generally. He stunned him in it. So not only was the Viper Sting happening, but the Shadow Word Pain, or the Skull of Impending Doom was as well. He scatter shots, closed the distance, gets the grenade, Feign Death. He does get the trap off. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The dot is still on him, but he's utilizing some time to eat up here. The last couple of seconds to sprint away and break the distance, puts the Viper back onto the Priest and just tries to sprint away. He has a lot of room to kite. Shadow Word Pain back onto the Hunter right now. Just tries to put the multi-auto down. Oh my, this is dangerous. Bberg's getting very low though. Lei is low on mana, but Scatter Shot comes down. Do we see a trap? He's silenced. He can't. He just goes ahead and just utilizes the... Oh my goodness, the Priest played really well, honestly. He got the title off. He used the Inner Focus for the reduced cast cost, and then just used the Mind Blast to finish him off. Lei, well played, mate. To Lei and Bberg, both of you, great job at dueling. I know for a